this is our group, Public Relation 2. So as you can see, our group consists of Cruz Boy, myself, Philip, Jeffrey, Vanessa, and JEL. So what we'll be focusing on is a poverty campaign, and the name of our group is Water Warfare. So let me start off with defining poverty, and I'll pass this to Vanessa.
Okay. Hi everyone. Okay, basically I'll be talking on the definition of poverty. According to Langmore 2000, the non-material elements of poverty means a lack of participation in decision making, a violation of human dignity, powerless, and also susceptibility to violence. And according to UK CAP 1997 and also Galloway 2002, the non-material aspects of poverty are basically people who has a lack of voice, lack of respect, and self-esteem, and also the isolation and humiliation. And to further define poverty, according to Nolan and Whelan, they are among those who argue for a definition towards the narrower end of scale on the grounds that because according to them, they say too broad a definition runs the danger of losing sight of the distinctive core notion of poverty. And now we shall move on to the background of Yemen, and I shall pass this time to Philip.
So Yemen is consisted of 22.5 million people, and 42% of the population is living on less than $2 a day. The proportion of population without improved water is actually 52%, which is half of the population in Yemen. And the available fresh water is about 136 cubic millimeters, which is about 136,000 liters of water a year. So with that, I'll also talk about Yemen. They depend more on rainfall because they don't have any groundwater. Sorry, not groundwater, they have less groundwater and no rivers. And the annual rainfall is only about 500 to 800 millimeters of water every year. The World Bank reports that in the year of 1990, there's only 71% of the Yemeni population that has access to water. And the availability of water per capita per person is the lowest in the region. And moving on. So as we've mentioned earlier, our campaign is to improve water source, because in Yemen the problem is water scarcity, limited groundwater, and also rainfall. There's 7 million people, and about 35% of the population is undernourished because of lack of water. And the water crisis issue is more severe in rural areas. And speaking of that, these rural areas are the most affected ones. So our focus will be more on the rural people and those people who depend on farmers, especially for their plantation, which is cart, their main plantation. And the causes of this is because 90% of the water supply is actually channeled for plantation of cart and also wheat. And 48% of them, population of Yemen, uses the water for plantation of cart. And there is poor water management also. So our corporate objectives are as follow. Establish ceramic water filter factory in Sana'a, and to provide education in terms of water rationing and the scarcity and the problem of the water issue in Yemen, and helping them so that they can, in their own return, manage their own water supply with the help of the ceramic water filter as well. I'll pass this time to JEL on the operational plans.
Okay, our operational plan is to collaborate with international organizations like Porters Without Borders and Porters for Peace, which offers technical training and facilitates the research and development of ceramic technologies to field technicians manufacturing these filters overseas. This organization does not operate the manufacturing facilities, but they help to build these facilities and provide the necessary training to run it. Okay, and also part of our operational plan is to have donations. We have initial donations that will be collected to fund the operations involved, like hiring and sending field technicians to Yemen, establishing a base in Yemen, and to fund operations of the support team in Yemen, like sustaining the charity team. And also part of our donation plan is to obtain RM 250,000 to kick off our operations. And we plan to have extensive roadshows and events at colleges, malls to have everyday pledge donors. Okay, and part of our operational plan will be having a business proposal. We will plan to collaborate with companies with common interests like BSL Trade, Remington Fabric Technologies, and Kensington Strategy. To get in touch with these local companies to get agreement for their support in the development of these water filters. This will also play as a form of goodwill for the company. And also, another American company, Silver Filter, which was based in Yemen, collaborated with Porters Without Borders in 2009, and they managed to sell 20,000 filters. Okay, and part of our campaign operations, with sufficient funds, we will develop a small team, and we would hire them and send them to Yemen to begin the manufacturing fabric water filters at a small scale with the support of Porters Without Borders and Porters for Peace. This team will be sustained by the collection of donations and profits from selling these water filters. We will then recruit workers and spread the technology of manufacturing fabric water filters to workforce, and this will be developed to operate the factory if the business proposal is successful. And finally, the team will generate the USD of 1 million to set up more bases for fabric water filtration, as there's still a major water concern in faulty water in Sana'a. Okay, and for the next phase, I'll pass it on to Jeffrey.
Okay, this is other possible partners. The first one is the International Water Management Institute, which is IWMI, the research center supported by 60 governments, private foundations, and international and religious organizations. The next is the Global Water Partnership, provide the intellectual leadership for integrated approaches to water resources management. Next, this is actually our ceramic water purifier. This is about how it works. CWP is the PEFP colloidal silver, which is interpreted with the ceramic water filter. Next, it's actually mixed with 95% of clay and 5% of sawdust and a 30-liter plastic on ceramic receptacle that stores and dispenses filtered water. And it has been fired to approximately 900 degrees Celsius and is impregnated with a liquid colloidal silver solution that acts as a bactericide. And the advantages of the water purifier is treats the contaminated waters and deflates the water and to eliminate the bacteria. Next is remove the parasites and remove the turbidity, and it is also produced from the local material and is affordable. Alright, next I will pass the slides to Cruz.
So I'm going to talk about how are we going to go about advertising and popularizing our campaign, and I'll be focusing more about online advertising and broadcast advertising. And the very first step to ensure that we get our donation is that we make our charity transparent, so that it's trustable by our audience. So the first step we do is to expose the issue, and after we expose the issue, then we only can gain the interest and trust from our donors. And then third step, we receive the donation. And for our marketing plan, we plan to collaborate with this NGO called JICA, which is Japan International Cooperation Agency. This collaboration is to kickstart the charity. We request help from them, JICA. They are currently already helping in Sana'a, Yemen. So we just asked them for help to shoot one short film for us for every 4 months. And those films will be posted on YouTube, so it will be published to the audience to see what's going on there. As soon as we establish our own community in Yemen, we take over the job. And for broadcast advertising, we use mostly international TV news media, and those include Al Jazeera, CNN, Wall Street Journals, ABC, and for our local broadcasting media, we have TV3, SARS, and Malaysian Insider. And this is for our online marketing plan. We'll have a Facebook group, as it's more accessible by most people nowadays. And in that group, we'll have we'll provide them the charity information, interactive channel, and the latest project information, the upgrades and the progression of the sites. And we also show them how to donate, how can they donate. And also we'll put our latest major sponsors, donors, in the Facebook group to show the public. And also we'll establish an official website where all the donations will be made officially there. Yeah, and all the information there is quite similar with Facebook. Okay, the very important step to get donation is to ensure transparency. And how are we going to do that? Information should be made accessible on websites. Yeah, everything, the donations, the happenings, all where the donation goes, will be shown on a website. And we will constantly provide the evidence to the audience instead of making them looking for it. And we also have consistent campaigning and exposure to the media. Also, one very important element to transparency is to show statistics of improvements. And like for example, people affected from the rural area was reduced from 75% to 40%. These kind of statistics can actually make people believe that they are doing good to help. Yes. And all the statistics will be gathered from WHO. And this is part of the example of how are we going to show transparency. We'll show this kind of pictures, these very eye-catching pictures of the situations there and the factories, like how are they going to build the ceramic filters. And yeah, this picture will, I'll end our presentation here.